The thing that fascinated me was the fact that we were on the television news. All of a sudden, from non-entities, we were, worldwide news, and it's like you could actually go down to a riot and then come home and see yourself on the television, which is funny, or see your community or see your street or whatever. Um, I think as we got older and the troubles became more serious after the Battle of Bogside and the initial civil rights movement and the police force and the riots and the tear gas, up to that point here in Derry, it was primarily petrol bombs and stones and so on. But when the guns appeared and the blast bombs and the nail bombs, things began to change, and you could smell it in the air. You just knew as a child that, this was serious stuff. Most teenagers think they're going to live forever, and but our generation, we were under no such illusions. Brian was a childhood friend of mine, and he was a good guy, nice fella. He had a nickname, called him Lippy, Big Lips, So everybody got a nickname around here. My nickname was Tommy the Commie, and Brian Coy's was Lippy, Big Lips. But he's a real adventure, We used to play with Action Men as kids, me and him up in his house. And but Brian basically came into my backyard, when the British Army were raiding up around my home, and he had a bomb with him, and it exploded in his hands, and just took his torso away, So um, that's something I talk about much, really. But it was it had an effect, because I remember for a split second he reached out to me, and it was only later on that everybody piled into the back garden behind me, but for a couple of seconds it was just me and him. I always felt guilty about that, because I had four sisters and they had children in the house. And I seen the bomb going off and the wall cracked and the windows came out and the smoke lifted. My ears were, the ground shook and was just disorientated, But instinct took me to the house, and I ran into the house and Brian was in the corner, in the grass. And I froze. I didn't know where to go to Brian or run into my house to see if my nieces and nephews are okay and sisters and that. So for a couple of seconds I just froze, Everybody just piled on behind me, just passed me, pulled the nappies off a line and tried to help him, But for a couple of seconds he reached out to me, And later on, I asked the questions of myself, what could I have said anyway, I didn't believe in God, so I couldn't say an act of contrition in his ear, I could have quoted that first page of Das Kapital in his ear, but I don't think it would have done him any good, And the big questions that most people avoid in life came straight at me, Who are we? Why are we here? Is there a meaning and purpose to life? Are we just spiraling out of control? Is everything by chance? Is there a heaven? Is there a hell? Is there a God? Is there not? Is there a design?